Hello, Video Game Hunt here, and welcome to another unpackaging video. So before I tell you guys what I just got in the mail today, I would like to apologize on my appearance today because I literally had no plans making any videos today, so I didn't really bother shaving or taking a shower yet. But that said, I can't wait to see what I got in the mail today. And for what I saw on a little piece of paper that was attached to this package, I had to rip it off because it had my address on it. But it said this is the Nintendo guidebook that I pre-ordered from Pat the NES Punk's Indiegogo campaign, which was actually like a pre-order. And I thought this might be kind of interesting because for what I understand, it's him and his pal Ian and I think other YouTubers actually got together and reviewed every single game from the NES library. And that sounds pretty interesting because I literally have over like 500 NES games at the moment, and no, I haven't really played them all just yet, but maybe this might be a good way to help me which game I should play and which games I probably should avoid and just let it sit on my shelf. So I guess that said, let's unbox this bitch. Alright, I did not bring any scissors or a knife with me this time, so I'm gonna rip it like an Incredible Hulk.
Yeah. Pizza time!
No, that's Ninja Turtles. Alright, it's actually not that hard to unbox. And this thing is actually pretty darn heavy. And whoa, and that's a big book. Oh, wow. That's a really big book. So let's peel off the bubble wrap. I wish it was easier. No, maybe I could have just slid this out. No, it's actually stuck to the book like glue. Alright, and here it is. The Ultimate Nintendo Guide to the NES Library, 1985 to 1995 by Pat Condry. Woo! Alright, that's really, this is really neat. This is heavy. Gosh. The Ultimate Nintendo Guide to the NES Library is an expansive and thorough look at one of the greatest video game libraries of all time. Yeah, that's actually debatable. The Nintendo Entertainment says that this definitive source contains reviews and screenshots of all of the mainstream games released for the home video game console between 1985 to 1995. Read about hundreds of fun and classic 8-bit games like Super Mario Bros., Textures, Castlevania, Punch-Out, and Ninja Gaiden, Mega Man, The Legend of Zelda, and many more. It also features licensed and unlicensed games. Nice. I wonder if it contains any of the glute cards, the unlicensed games that came out, I believe, in Mexico. I haven't done much research on those cartridges, but I do own, I think, a couple of them, like Adam and Eve and something bloke box or something. So anyway, let's take a quick look on some reviews he did on one of my favorite games. I don't know, how is this indexed? Alphabetical order or the time was this released? Wow, that's a lot of games, damn. There's no page number where they at, so that's kind of disappointing. Maybe this is alphabetical in order. Yeah, it is. This guy is in alphabetical order. So let's take a quick look at some I guess, favorite Nintendo games. How about let's take a look at Ninja Gaiden. That's actually one of my first Nintendo games I really do enjoy playing, even though I could never beat it. Nightshade. Hey, here we go. Ninja Gaiden. He gave it a 4.5 stars. I can agree with that. Let's see. The ninja Ryu Hayabusa sets out to avenge his father's death and defeat an evil demon in this thrilling action platformer. Armed with swords, the player must move through the side-scrolling stages, hacking grounds and air enemies such as street thugs, soldier, bats, birds, and lots more. And monsters like Frankenstein and whatnot. Because it was actually a level that's like a Halloween one. And like this, that's pretty much sums it up, but there's more to the text than that. But I can agree to that. Reflection. Geez, Tecmo, would it kill you for a password feature? Totally agree. That you have to sit down and play it all the way through. The final act of the game is one of the most grueling gaming experiences I suffered. So even if you're a honed and seasoned Ninja Gaiden player, the last stage of the final act of the game are relentless, with constant enemies, big word, I can't. Precarious pit jumping or plenty. An extra punishment, death in the last segment of the game puts you all the way back further than usual, forcing you to replay the same difficult section over again. I can never get to the last level, but yeah, I heard about that. Alright, let's look at my other favorite game. How about, no, I actually really enjoyed, Little Samson. It's actually one of the most expensive and rare games on the, Nintendo. But it's also my favorite. Let's see what he has to say about that. Let's see, where are you? Little Samson, Little Mermaid, Little Nemo. There we go, Little Samson. Oh, 4.5 stars. I can agree to that too. For distantly different heroes must unite to save the kingdom in this excellent action platformer. I totally agree. The game of guides four fearless and other nicely illustrated monsters within the side-scrolling areas, through vertical scrolling as well. Yeah, the boss battle is actually highly detailed, I would say that. Really good illustrated. The four running, jumping, battling characters are Little Samson, Kikera, the Dragon Lord, Gam, the Rock Lord, and Kaya, the Enchanted Beast, the Lord of the... Lord of the Mice, okay. Each has his own special skills, such as climbing walls. Samson and KO throwing bells, Samson's dropping bombs, KO flying, breathing fire, Kikera, which by the way, when he breathes fire, it goes up. Walking across spikes, Gam, walking through small areas, KO, and punching Gam. Yep, all that's pretty much true right there. Let's see his thoughts on it. Like most video game collectors, I would love to, but don't currently own a copy of Little Samson. Really, Pat? You don't own a copy of Little Samson? Damn. I own a copy of Little Samson, and it's actually a pretty excellent game. But nevertheless, difficult to find, it was released later in the life of the NES, when the Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo were the younger and sexier, more powerful system on the market, and it sold poorly. I'm not a huge fan of emulation. I would far rather plug in the original cartridge into the original console. But if that's the only access you have to Little Samson, then all means go for it. You'd be glad you did. I 100% agree. If you can't find yourself a decent copy of Little Samson at a decent price, please download the ROM and play on an emulator. It's really worth it. I spent like a good, I think $500 on my copy, and I do not regret it. For $500, it's a fantastic game. So now, let me go to a game that I kind of enjoyed the first two levels, but yeah, the rest of the game is crap. And that is Chinman 2. However, the Chinman 2 didn't come out in '95. It was made at some point, but it wasn't found in '96, so hopefully they include it in this book. Let's see here, Chinman 2. I actually got a shirt of Chinman 2. Chinman 2! Oh my gosh! It didn't even get a star. Instead, it got bombed. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see what it says here. The Chinman must once again defeat Dr. Mobius and the newly created 8-Man in the vague attempt at a side-scrolling video game. The controls are miserable and attacks are ineffective. As many enemies travel in the path that players can't hit, the Chinman can't duck to attack the numerous low-lying creatures. Now, I will somewhat defend that. Yes, you cannot kill the creatures that are so small, but I consider that a challenge. Jump over them. Yeah, just jump over them, and believe me, you'll beat the level, and you'll be so glad when you did. It makes you feel like you accomplished something on something that's actually so broken. Example, you can't duck attack. I already said all that. Example, the poor programming enemies watch through the solid objects in the ground, and the game is actually unbeatable if you have the original copy, which I do, but I also have the reproduction one too. With the not continuing at the end of level 4, seriously, it's impossible. As far as the gameplay that is there, players will move in a choppy fashion through the graphically plain environments dotted with occasional skull of pipe fixtures. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That reflection. Let's look at the reflection real quick. If you see this for cheap and it's a real original print one version, then grab it because it's rare and worth the money. And whoa, worth money? No, it's not worth the money, but it's worth money. Yeah, I can agree to that. It's totally true. I spent like $950 for a complete in-box one. Not gonna lie. Didn't burn it because you're a better person. The sooner the world is rid of the nonsense of the better. Actually, I'm joking. Let's sell it for some dope. And pay off your student loan. Yeah, that's so true. If you're not a fan of Nintendo, but if you could really use the cash, yeah, pick it up for cheap, but sell it for more. So yeah, that said, I can't wait to go through this. Yeah, this is like a good quality game. I think the reviews are fair and everything. All the pictures are all in color. I mean, the ones I've seen, they're in color. So yeah, all the pictures are in color. Big book. I suggest be really careful on this. If you know how to handle a book correctly, like how to handle a dictionary or whatnot, make sure you open it with, like I say, with care. I feel like if you give this to a child, it will be destroyed. So I think give this to someone who really cares about books and video games and collecting. Yeah, like I said, I think the reviews are fair for what I read. He's pretty much being honest about the games so far, and yeah, I can see Cheetah 2 being a bomb, but it's one of those games like, I like the first 2 levels, yes, the rest of the game is utterly trash. So, I guess that's it for today. This is the Video Game Hunter, and until next time, goodbye. Thank you for watching my video. Please give it a like and subscribe for more videos. You can also follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, and DeviantArt. If you have some free time on your hands, please check out the Console Xplosion and other features on the site. Well, again, until next time, goodbye.